Hey guys, so I'm just doing a really quick update video. I haven't made a video in forever. As you guys can see, I'm like blonde now. I've been just doing a lot of stuff. I'm working a lot more and I'm actually gonna be moving. Ooh, look at my hair. I'm actually gonna be moving. Today's video is actually I wanted to just talk to you guys about stuff that I've learned from my personal experience. This is my first time actually going through buying a house, going through like looking for it, going through real estate agents. Yeah, I try to pull all my resources and I did go see several agents just to take a look at see what they could help me with. And I also I searched on my own. I looked into like bidding and learning about how to bid for houses, and I learned about like the different kinds of sales. So if you guys are in the real estate market, which is like really crazy hot right now, I live in Southern California, and literally, and let me tell you guys, my experience was insane because like literally I bid on four different houses from I'm gonna say within a 1.5 to 2 month span. I'll give it. Um, and so as you can, I definitely I was just like I was getting really tired. I have to say though, just because like me like putting my heart into like a house, like when you think of a house you always want to be like you want to love it, because you're living there. And because this is a house that my boyfriend and I are personally going to be taking care of, we're going to be like actually paying for the stuff and everything. um like we really wanted to actually like the neighborhood, like the area, all that stuff. Sorry. Now I'm not personally buying the house. My parents are still purchasing the house with me though. It's just like because I do my personal situation is I live with my boyfriend. We both work almost 40 hours a week. Um we both we're just starting like really to take care of ourselves, and this is just a place that we're moving into where we'll be able to better do that. So first off, I'll go over the different kinds of sales there are, because there's short sale, there's ROS, I think it is, which is basically a bank owned home, or there's standard sale. That's the three that I can think of. I can't even hold that up. Okay, so short sale means that the owners that own the property prior to basically the bank owning it, they basically told the bank I can't pay for it anymore. The bank, if they get are granted the thing, the bank basically takes whatever mortgage payments they have left and basically pardons them of it. And but because of that, the houses go for really cheap, but you never know if you're gonna get it, and the time it takes to really actually um be accepted basically for the actual sale is a really long time. Like you never know when you're going to actually get accepted and whether or not you will be, because when you're purchasing a house that's on a short sale, you do technically get it for a really cheap price, but the problem is the bank goes through like 1,001 things with you just to make sure like they're not going to go through the same situation with that they did with the last bank homeowners. So they're going to make sure you can pay for the house, they're going to make sure your credit's good, this and that. It's just like a huge checklist of things. I only know this very vaguely because my I don't have the time to wait for a short sale. I'm trying to purchase a house like really quick. So obviously, I found my house within 2 months, which I thought was a really long time. But I mean, we just didn't even look at short sales. It's just that I know that that's what that is. I had to look up the information though. Now, bank owned homes are quite different because the bank actually literally owns a home. Usually there's no one living in there anymore. Short sales, a lot of the times the people do still live in the houses. So you can't even see the house a lot because they're allowed to live there until they get a notice saying that there's gonna be someone moving in. Foreclosures are going to be much the same because they weren't able to pay the rest of their mortgage, so the house got taken away from them basically. Um, Bank owned homes, no one's gonna be living in the house. But the problem is it's not. I realized this because I had been looking at bank owned homes at first when I was doing my search, and it was really frustrating because obviously a bank or a lender, they're not gonna like really care about what your personal situation is. Like they're it's really literally like, how much can you give me? If you're the highest bidder, I don't care. It's like they're not gonna care. Like, the more money you give, the better, you know? Like, if someone goes insanely overpriced for a house just because they want it, they're gonna get it. So, you do usually find out whether or not you get a bank-owned home pretty quickly. Out of the 4 offers that I did, 3 of them were bank-owned. Um, I'm trying to like fix my hair here, but like I really ended up really not liking it because on some of the properties that I was bidding on, um, like I I went a good amount over, I have to say, and we still like we looked at the I mean I am on a budget, so we looked at the surrounding properties, how much they were worth, and really gave an estimate about what was realistic for us to bid, but still a good amount for the bank to receive. So, like one example, the bank, I hate this though, because they know that if they list a property at a low price, a lot of people are gonna bid for it. That's understandable, but at the same time, it sucks because like so many people are like fighting for these houses. Like some of the houses were in excellent areas. I love the neighborhoods. I do live near like Disneyland, but the houses I was looking at was even closer. Like one of the houses, you could literally walk outside the neighborhood and you see the Tower of Terror. That's at the California Adventure. So that's a little more insight on like where like I live in the area. But so like I like some of the houses we literally went $40,000 over the asking price, and that's taking into account the surrounding houses, like their pricing, and what how the condition of the actual house. So some of them were like, we there was one house listed at 259,000. We bid at 300,000, a little over 300,000, or yeah, and then still didn't get it. I do know, or the bidding with the winning bid was about the same amount, but we had some complications with that one. Now, the final one that I did bid on was a standard sale. Standard sale means there is an actual owner of the property who has hired a real estate agent, or they are a real estate agent themselves, and they are selling the property themselves. They own the home. You can directly speak to them. It's actually possible, and I have to say it's a lot nicer, I think. My story was utterly amazing. We I was with my real estate agent and my boyfriend, and we went to look at houses, and we only had 2 properties to look at that day because there's my budget is really low for the SoCal LA area. So there's not much for me to choose from. I've lived in the city I lived in my whole life, but none of they're all houses, and they're all with in the upper 100,000 like pricing. So for a condo or townhouse that my boyfriend and I are going to be moving into, we're looking at the low end right now. So my boyfriend was like, you know what, let's go to the furthest one first, because I wanted to go to the closer one because the closer one was actually a bigger property. But I was like, yeah, sure. So we went there, and we were looking for the house, and we finally actually saw a house that said for sale. So we were just like, that must be it. We parked, and then we walked towards it, and then my boyfriend went in first, and then I was like, wait, like there's someone in the house because the lights were on, the door was open, and there was like stuff on the counter, and like you could see the kitchen from the because the door was open. And I was like, I looked at my real estate agent like I thought there wasn't anyone supposed to be here. So she takes a look at it, and then this lady comes down the stairs. and she's like, "Can I help you?" And we're just like, "We're here to look at the property." And then she looks at us like, "Well, I'm not, what is it? This isn't the house you're looking for, because we were looking for one number above the one that she we were at the time. So say like this was number 37, we were looking for number 38." And then she's like, "This isn't the one that you're looking for, but I'm actually going to be listing this house at the end of the week." And I'm just like, "Really?" And so I was really, really happy. And she was like, "If you want, you could take a look." So we actually got to take a look at it because she was already listing it. And it was funny because she told us that she's never actually lived there. She had bought it for a family member originally. And, but she was just like, "It's amazing that you guys happen to come on the one day that I am here," because apparently she was never there. So we got to meet her, and I love the house. Like the house is literally like brand new, because she redid everything, and she was like so nice, and we got to chat. And then when it came down to actually bidding, um, she of course eventually figured out who we were, because we did, after notifying her of our offer and everything, we were able to uh really get up to the top. And I have to say, guys, if you guys do a standard sale, it is also easier for you to get it if you guys are a cash offer, just because I do feel that banks, they always want the most out of their money. So even if you bid really high, they always, I think they like mortgage customers better, especially if they're taking the mortgage from that particular bank, just because of the fact that they get more money because they gain interest off of you. So I am a cash buyer. So we got to talk to them. Cash buyers are better for standard sales because the owner gets the money immediately. They know you're good for the funds. So I was very happy about that. So I did finally get my new condo, and that's basically what I learned. Um you guys really got to be open minded. Like I I'm moving from a house that's 2,000 square feet down to a townhouse that's only 1,200 square feet. So it's a drastic difference. But you guys got to be really open minded when you guys look for your first place. And although it is understandable to have certain things that you really want, you have to really be like able to compromise. Like I've been watching like home buyer TV shows and everything, and there's just some people on there that are like the most nitpicky people ever. Like seriously, like, and okay, what I hate, because we live in Southern California, I get that the house prices are more expensive. Oh my gosh, these people are looking at properties that are like 2,000 square feet, about the same as my house right now, but they only pay like 200,000 for it. And I'm just like, that's insane. Like you can't even find a decent condo or townhouse in a lot of cities that I live here, for 2,000, 200,000, unless you go to the low income areas. So I'm just like, you guys really need to freaking be happy. So that's my thing about it. I hope you guys take from my experience, and I'm glad to be able to update my videos. So I hope to make more soon. Okay, bye.